channel. What did you want to debate about?
Well, I'm a theist, and then you're an atheist, right? So
Yes.
I guess we could formulate a debate around that. So let's look at the subject. Maybe we can evidence for God or why God is the true dichotomy.
Okay.
All right. I don't really do this. This is actually my first formal debate. I've been trying to get in so many debates, but I keep getting kicked out. So, I don't really do this standard the way modern day debate does it, when they do like this
Yeah,
5 minute
that's fine.
intro.
You can just give whatever arguments or evidence you have. I don't really care about the format.
All right, good. Okay, first off, I'd like to start off. What is your criteria for evidence?
Something that differentiates imagination from reality.
That's not informative. Tell me something more specific, because I can still say something that fits that criteria, and you would have to submit.
That would, yes, if you found something that met that criterion, then that would be evidence. Correct.
What is that criteria?
Anything that can do that.
Well, that would be dependent upon you. You have to tell me what is your
No,
criteria.
no, it's dependent on you. You just have to show anything you think that can do that, and if it can, then it works. It's not about me at all. So, what do you think is evidence? What do you think makes
Okay,
it?
so wait. So you don't know what would require in order for you to believe in God, and yet you want others to provide that which you don't know that you would require.
No, I never said any of that. What I said is
You
evidence is
just
that,
did.
no, what I said is evidence is that which differentiates imagination from reality. I know methods to do that. I know which methods I already know that can do that. But what you need to provide is what you think does that. That's what's important here. So what evidence do you have that can do that?
Well, for example, if the God if the God word if the God word the God worldview is true, then everything would be evidence for God. So I have by your criteria, I have met it. But since you provided
Wait,
such a loosey goosey
go
criteria,
back, go back. So you said if the God hypothesis is true, everything is evidence for God. How?
yes, because everything would start from him. He would be the first
Okay,
cause.
that's not how evidence works. So I can
Well,
say that
it fits your
hold up.
criteria.
No, it doesn't. Hold
Hold
up.
up. Yes, it
So
does.
if
Because
I
you
say that, um, let's say there is a guy who makes rocks, and he made a rock, and you look at the rock. Is there anything on the rock that tells you about the guy who made it?
yes, because he is the only person who can make a rock from nothing, quote
No,
unquote.
no, go back, go back. So that's called begging the question. You can't say he's the only one that could do it. That's not how it
I
works.
Well, this fits your criteria.
No,
Look, you
no, it
provided
doesn't.
such a
No, no,
very loosey
stop,
goosey
stop,
criteria.
stop, stop. So your argument was is if the God worldview is true, everything is evidence of God. Now, what you didn't say was that if I don't know, that God is literally the only thing that could be true. Those are two separate statements. So, for example, everything in the universe could have been created by a
No,
quantum
God
field,
would be the well, God. Well, we can get to that in a second. God would be the necessity.
necessary being. So, the point there's a difference here. There's a difference between saying if God is true, then everything is evidence of God. That's false because maybe a God could exist and created everything and left no traces that actually indicate him. So, like if I built a rock, I could sign my name in it and say like TJump made this or something. Then that rock would have evidence that I made it. Or I could just eliminate all
Mm,
evidence that connects to me, in which case looking at the rock, you would never be able to tell that I made it. Maybe it's a
no, no,
natural phenomenon that you just didn't know
no,
occurred.
no. Now you're just labeling yourself God.
No,
Do you
oh
do
my
you know do you
God.
know what is required? Okay, let
So I'm trying to explain to you why your argument was so stupid. So
no.
when
I'm
you
telling you
say
why your
go up, this
criteria.
has nothing to do with me labeling being labeled as God. It's irrelevant here. So when you said the stupid words you said were, if the God worldview is true, everything is evidence of God. Now that's stupid because that's like saying if I designed something, then everything I design is evidence of me. That's false. And I can prove
No,
that's false because on
no, that
something,
is not
stop
stupid
talking,
because
I'm going to mute you. If I design lots of different things, I can design some things that specifically have my name on it, like a book has my signature, and that would be evidence of me. It gives me, it has some
yeah,
inclination that I designed
yeah, I
this
get what
thing.
you're
Wait,
saying.
wait,
Yeah,
stop,
I
stop,
get,
stop, stop. Hold up. But if I designed a rock and I built a rock with no inclination at all about anything on it left in the nature of the rock that says anything about me, then that would not be evidence that I made it. Does that make sense? You can talk now. You shouldn't be muted. Oh, did he leave?
I'm here. Wait, I'm sorry. I was trying to change a little bit of things here.
So did that make sense? The
No,
difference between a book and a rock? Like if I make both things, just
no,
looking at the things,
this is a false. This is just a false dichotomy. This is just a false
it's not a
example.
dichotomy.
Do
It's
you?
not an example. It's
It's
literally
a.
this is not a comparison. It's literally a question. If I
Let me
make
tell you why. Let me tell you.
what,
You already
what
spoke. That's my turn. The reason this is just simply wrong is because no human could make a rock. You have to talk about
that's begging the question.
what is
Oh,
metaphysically necessary. What kind of entity is required for the existence of a rock?
Okay, let's just say he has a machine.
well, we're
I'm
doing.
only talking.
One
I'm
sec.
only
One sec.
talking to TJump.
Yeah, we're doing like a
I'm not
formal
here.
debate thing, so everybody else is supposed to be quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are other things that can make rocks other than God. So, for example, there could be no
No.
God. Wait, stop. Don't talk. Don't overtalk me. So, God may not exist. God may be a imaginary sky daddy of theists, and it's all just a natural phenomenon of quantum mechanics. In which case, God created zero rocks. So the question here is
Yeah, we can get
when
there.
we
We can
wait,
go there.
stop talking. So
Mhm.
when we look at a rock, we want to know how does this rock indicate one hypothesis over the other hypothesis? That's the question. Just saying the rock is evidence of God is wrong because it can be explained by both hypotheses. So you need some argument to indicate one hypothesis over the other hypothesis.
Okay, we can get to this. This your argument of the your field, right? Your quantum field. That's what
Yeah.
you wanna. Okay, but first you have to answer my initial question. What is your criteria?
I already answered that. It's something that can differentiate imagination from reality. So you simply saying
Okay,
God done it does not
my
do that.
first. Well, no, I already told you why. I told you
No,
it's
I already
just.
proved that false. So you saying that everything
No,
is
you
evidence
didn't.
of God, stop talking. You saying everything is evidence of God does not differentiate imagination from reality because everything could be created by the
Okay,
quantum field. Therefore, it is not
do
evidence of
you?
God.
Okay, so you are in need of materials, right? You don't. You're not like you're an
It does
atheist.
not
You're
matter
a
to any of the arguments I
yes, it
just said.
does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Are
No, it
you a
doesn't. You're an
metaphysical?
idiot.
Are
So
you a
I could stop
You're
talking,
TJump. Stop trying to cut
stop talking. I'm
me
going to
off.
mute you. I'm going to mute you. I could
No, you're
believe,
not.
stop talking. I'm going to mute you. I could
You're
believe
not
in the
doing that back and
supernatural.
forth,
I'm
TJump.
going to mute you. I could
You
believe,
believe in the
okay,
supernatural?
you're muted. You're muted. So I could believe in magical fairies and pixies and magical pixie dust. And those things could be the cause of the universe. I don't need to be a materialist to say that rocks are not evidence of God. I just need any alternative hypothesis, anything at all, which could be supernatural and just not a God. And that could be an alternative explanation of rocks. So rocks would then not be evidence of God. This is very, very simple. One second. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that was dog awful shit take. Do you know what is necessary for the supernatural to even
Dumbass,
begin in
dumbass.
the
Did
first
you not
place?
understand what I literally just said?
Okay, look, TJump. What would a ghost presuppose, TJump? What would the
What,
supernatural
what does that
presuppose?
answer the question? You have to answer the
No,
question.
answer my question. You
Sure, we muted. So again, you have to answer the question here. You made a stupid statement. You said that all things are evidence of God. I said God is a figment of your imagination. if that's the case, then the fact that all things exist is not evidence of God. So you would need some kind of an argument to say that things that exist are only possible if God exists. That's what you would need. You need to make some kind of an argument for that. Go ahead.
That is the fact. Okay, you make the
You
argument.
can't be a fact. You have to be an argument.
The fact is the argument.
That's
Okay,
that's
you made the
insanely
comment
stupid. You
that
can't.
it could
A
be the
fact isn't an
supernatural.
argument.
But
A fact
what?
is not an
And
argument.
answer my question, TJump. Stop trying to cut me off.
No. You say stupid things, and then you need to clarify the stupid things you
TJump, you
say.
said the stupid thing that you can have the supernatural without.
Stop talking. Oh my God, your server muted. So, first problem: facts are not arguments. Those are two different things. Like a fact would be like a premise of an argument. An argument is a set of premises with a conclusion. Those are not the same thing. A fact is not an argument. Secondly, yes, there can be supernatural without a god. That's what Wiccan and spiritualists believe. This is very, very basic. Millions of people around the world believe in the spiritual without a god. There are atheists who believe in the spiritual without a god. If you're just too dumb to know that, that is your problem. So we have to go back. What is your argument that only God can create rocks?
TJump, stop trying to cut me off because it's clearly you're losing.
What is your argument?
TJump, stop
Only
trying
God.
to cut me off because you're clearly lost.
I'm just going to server mute you every time you don't answer the question. So answer the question. I'll give you another chance. What is your argument that only God can create rocks? Go.
TJump, you're trying to run away from the stupid.
I don't care about your pontification bullshit. Answer the question. What is your argument? Only God can create rocks. This is like the whole foundation of your entire position that I'm asking for. So stop wasting time. Like, tell me the thing that you think is actually evidence. What is the argument? Why God is the only thing that can create rocks? Tell me.
TJump, it's clear your butt hurt because you lost.
Stop wasting time. Tell me the argument.
TJump, let me formulate.
Yes, I'm literally asking you to, and you're not.
Not stop abusing.
Stop talking about me, dumbass. Tell me the argument. Go.
Dumbass, you already lost because
holy shit.
When you
stop.
make the claim,
your server muted again. You need to stop talking about me and start talking about your argument. That's the whole point. If you are literally intellectually incapable of bringing up the argument, I'm just going to kick you because you're a dumbass. So stop talking about me. Tell me the argument. I'm just going to mute you if you say anything about me.
So I'm not allowed to criticize your dumb arguments.
No, you must give your argument. What is your argument?
No, you just clearly stated I'm not allowed to criticize.
I server muted you again because again you're talking about me. Stop talking about me. Like if you want to criticize my argument, that's fine. Go for it. Tell me what the problem with my argument is. That's totally fine. Go for that. Tell me what my argument, the problem with my argument is.
That's what I'm doing. And
okay,
you're taking that as
stop talking about what you're doing and do it. Do it. Go.
Okay. The claim that you can have the supernatural without God is this moronic, stupid idea that only atheists and Buddhists would say. The new pseudo-Buddhists.
Okay, you're an idiot because there's Wiccans who are neither atheists nor Buddhists.
That's stupid. That's incoherent to have the supernatural, the spiritual without God. The ghosts and the spiritual presuppose God.
No, they literally don't.
Yes, they do. You can literally not have the spiritual.
This has literally nothing to do with the argument. Literally, dumbass.
That's a claim you made.
Yes, it's a claim I made, which is completely irrelevant to the argument.
It's incoherent. Well, don't bring it up.
It's not incoherent. The word incoherent means it can't be understood.
It cannot be understood. What is the necessity for a ghost? What would a ghost?
An ontology that is non-physical.
A god.
No.
Yeah, that's a god.
No.
That is a god.
No, it's not.
You did,
okay, your server muted. Again, we're going to go back to the actual argument you made. I don't care about your dumbass misconceptions about ghosts. That's just talk to anyone who actually believes in ghosts. Your ignorance on the topic is irrelevant because I don't believe in ghosts. So you being wrong about their worldview is not my problem. I don't care. You need to provide evidence that only God can create rocks.
Just because you don't have a mental capacity.
Stop talking about me. Server muted. Don't talk about me. Talk about your arguments. Why do you think only God can create rocks?
Wow. You clear your butthurt that you're already losing.
Server muted, because again, you're talking about me and not the argument. So we're gonna have to go back and server mute you every single time. You need to give me an argument that indicates the existence of God. Your argument was you think God is the only thing that can create rocks. So you need to give an argument for why you think God is the only thing that can create rocks. I said, no, it's not. It could be a quantum field. So if that's the case, then your entire worldview is destroyed and you've been crushed. So you better have some kind of reason to say why that's not the case. And simply saying TJump anything is never going to accomplish that. So what is your reason of why you think only God can create rocks?
Do you even know what a quantum field is? Denote a field.
What does that have to do with the argument? So argument.
Yeah, it has to do denote a field.
What
Basically,
is
you
your
don't know what it
argument?
is.
Yes, I do. What is
Denote
the
a
argument?
field. Denote it. What it is in
Denote
specific.
it.
Yeah, define it. What it is.
It's
in
a vector
specific.
space with points that represent different kinds of variables.
Yeah, you're just telling me.
That's the definition of in physics.
That's
What
not
is
telling.
answer the
That's
question?
not telling me.
Server muted. So again, you need to stop asking what a field is, and you need to give an argument of why you think God is the only thing that can create rocks. I don't care about your ignorance in physics. I don't care about your ignorance of supernatural things. You need to tell me why you think God is the only thing that can create rocks.
TJump. You don't know what a field is.
Server muted. I don't care what your ignorance on the topic is. I don't matter. What I know doesn't matter. You need to give an argument for why you think God can only create rocks.
I am giving an argument. Now answer
Go.
my question.
A question isn't an argument. Are you an idiot?
Yes, answer my question. This is
Dumbass. You need to give an argument. Stop asking a question.
Yes,
give an argument.
I'm TJump. This is back and forth. Now, denote
What's your
a
argument?
field.
No,
Denote a
you need
field,
to. I'm
TJump.
just going to mute you every time you ask me a question until you give an argument.
It wouldn't even matter because it wouldn't even fit your criteria, which you haven't answered.
You arguments are just my criteria for an argument is premises on a conclusion. So you need to give
Okay.
that.
I just could just say that field you're speaking of is God there, and then you're admitting God.
Okay. I mean, yes, you could say that, but I assume.
And
One
debate
sec.
over it, huh? Debate
Go
over
back.
it.
Well, sure. If you want to say God is a quantum field that has no mind, no personality, didn't create
TJump,
Jesus.
because no, it's my dumbass.
Well, then it can't be a quantum field.
That's why I'm trying to get you to define the field. Define the
Okay.
field.
So that's where you need to make an argument. So quantum
No,
field.
I don't need to make an argument because
A quantum field is just the eternal, all-powerful nature of physics. It has no mind, has no consciousness, has no
How do you know that?
intentionality, because that's
How
what
do you
the
know
evidence
that?
indicates in physics. So what is your argument?
Okay, denote a field.
I already did. So
No, you didn't.
why
You
do you
just gave
think
me
I'm going to server mute you again? So I don't care about your ignorance of the topic. If you want to know what a field is, Google field in physics. This is not a hard thing to do. Go to physics, like any kind of physics textbook, Google field. You can look up the definition. Now you need to give an argument. Why can God only God create rocks?
TJump.
Server muted. You just said my name pointlessly. So again, you need to stop saying my name and you need to start saying your arguments. Why can only God create rocks?
Because only God can create rocks.
Okay, that's
There.
Did you know what circular reasoning is?
Do you know what not allowing me to expand?
Go ahead and expand. So
okay,
I mean,
now denote a field.
no, that's
Define
not
a
an
field.
expansion. So you said only God can create rocks. I asked why. You said because only God can create rocks. That's you being an idiot. So I need more. I need why do you
Because
think
same reason a ghost would presuppose God. A rock would need the presupposition of God as well. That's why. Now denote a field.
Okay, so
It's clear
they
you
do not
don't know your field.
go back,
You
go
know
back,
your
go back, go back. So that's closer to an argument. So we're making slight progress here. You said that a rock requires you to presuppose that God exists. And I say, no, it doesn't. You can presuppose any other
Yeah,
alternative that can
and
create a rock
God is the
exist.
field, and you presuppose my God.
Literally none of that is what I
Yes, you
said.
did.
So stop, go back. So I say you don't need to presuppose God. So your statement that you need to presuppose God is false.
Is the field not God?
No,
Oh, it's not all of a sudden.
it never was. No one in physics thinks a field is a God. Are you an idiot?
Denote a field.
Field in physics is a region in which every point has a physical quantity associated with it.
Yeah, just give me coordinates. What is it?
A field in physics is a region in which each point has a physical quantity associated with it, period.
Look, you're not defining it.
That's
For
literally the
example,
definition. I just Googled
I don't
definition,
care.
field physics. That's
Yeah,
the definition.
That's not, yeah.
How is that not a
They can't
definition?
define it because they can't define it neither.
What,
For example,
that's the definition.
Let me give you an example of what I mean by define. For example, if let's say there's a person named Bob, the way that I would define Bob is like he has red hair, maybe he votes Democrat, who cares? But what you're giving me is a Bob moved from point A to point B over a given
No.
period of time. You're not defining Bob. I need you to define a field.
Oh my God, you're so dumb. So a field is a vector
What is
space which every point
coordinate?
has.
That's a coordinate. Yeah, that's a
no,
coordinate.
that's not a coordinate. A coordinate is a
You're giving me
particular point.
coordinates.
No. A coordinate is a particular location in a field. A field is a set of all possible coordinates in a given system.
All set of possible coordinates. Yeah, coordinates.
Yes.
Now define what it is.
It is the vector space that makes all of those coordinates
Coordinate,
possible.
Yeah, coordinates. You're not defining what it is.
I literally am. So your ignorance
Well, you're not.
doesn't matter here.
No, physicists are ignorant as well. None of them can define it.
They literally have. I just literally read
No,
it
they
to you.
haven't. That's just,
So
that's just
why do you
coordinates,
think
You're
this
not
definition
defining
is
it.
bad? Why do you think this definition is bad?
Because that's not telling me what it is. Do you understand that? That's not telling me what
Like
it is.
are you asking what is it made of?
Yes, what is it?
Quantum field made of string theory.
String theory.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, that's bogus. But what is that?
You can Google string theory if you want to understand that. Why do you keep
No,
asking
I
me
want you to
what it
define
is?
Because it's clear you're trying to run away from defining it because you can't
What?
define it.
I've given you the definition. So
No,
why
you didn't. You
go
just gave me
back.
usually
So
it's a
my
coordinate.
explanation
coordinate.
is we're going to go back. So my explanation is rocks are created by quantum fields, which we have evidence for. And quantum fields could be string theory is one of the hypotheses of what they're made of. I think quantum fields are probably fundamental. So they have an essence in the nature. They're not made of anything. They are the fundamental nature of reality. They're not made of anything. So
Okay.
in those cases, both of those things can create rocks. You don't need a God. So why just asking me what it's made of doesn't make your crappy hypothesis any better. Mine still wins.
So you're a materialist, right? You don't
Yes.
believe in you're not a metaphysical atheist. You don't
What?
think there's this metaphysical
Materialism is a metaphysical position.
No, I'm saying you don't believe in like a metaphysical substrate.
Metaphysics is the fundamental nature of reality. Physicalism is a kind of metaphysics.
Also, so you're not an atheist.
I am an atheist. Every
So
single
why-
atheist believes in
So
metaphysics.
you do believe. Wait. So you do believe in a metaphysical substrate?
Yes, everyone does. That's
Oh,
the
what-
fundamental
what-
nature of reality.
What the fuck, dude? So you do believe in God?
No.
That's dumb. Holy shit, you're fucking dumb.
Idiots. Metaphysics is the
The
fundamental nature of reality.
metaphysical substrate directly points at God. What the fuck aren't you getting?
No, it's not. You're an idiot.
Yes, it does.
No.
Oh, damn.
So
Yes,
what does the
yes,
word
yes, yes, it
metaphysical
does.
mean? What does
What
the
do you
word
think they mean by the
What-
metaphysical substrate?
Okay, stop talking. Tell me what each of
What do you
those
think
two
Darth
words
means
mean.
by
Stop. Go back to those two words. Tell me what each of those
Mm.
words mean. Metaphysical means what? Substrate means what?
When we're talking about the metaphysical, we were talking about the ontological.
Ontology is a branch of metaphysics. It's not the only branch. What does the definition of metaphysical?
It is
You can Google it. That's fine. I don't care. It's just,
Yeah.
go
No,
ahead.
yeah, I'm not, well, it wouldn't matter, but we're still talking about the freaking.
That's fine. Tell me the definition of metaphysical.
It's metaphysics. I mean, we both know that.
That's the
Don't know how-
same word with a different
Yeah.
meaning. So what does metaphysics mean?
That was in the realm of, we're talking about the realms of in the
What
realm
does
of
the
thoughts.
definition of the word metaphysics? Google it. Go ahead.
It's just a branch. It's just a branch of philosophy.
Which
It's just
deals
it's
with
just abstract ideas, concepts.
the
I mean,
fundamental
we're just
nature of
talking about
reality.
yeah, just the abstract. Like what?
And then
like,
what
for
does
example, like,
substrate mean? So what does the word substrate mean? Google that.
Here, I'll give you a definition.
Good. Any day.
I'm barely getting on today.
What?
Really.
How long does it take to Google the word substrate?
I like bunch of tabs open, my dude.
Use another one.
Like I got like a bunch of recording equipment. I have to like.
Oh my god.
We're talking about the underlying substance, like for example, like a puppet, the hand of the puppet kind of thing, like the soul.
Okay, there's a reason I'm asking you to define each of these terms, because it's going to be exactly what I said before we started this conversation. So, what's the
It's just
definition
the
of substrate? What is the definition of
it's
metaphysics?
like the underlying layer for substrate.
Good. So, metaphysics, just going off of the definition. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that studies the fundamental nature of reality, first principles of being, identity, change, space, time, causality, and necessity, possibility, right?
Yeah.
All right. And substrate is a layer, like a fundamental layer, underlying layer, right?
Yeah.
So metaphysics is the fundamental nature of reality, and substrate is the fundamental layer of that, right?
Yeah, and you're hinting.
Wait,
You're hinting ontological.
we're going one step at a time here. We've got to take it slow because you're stupid. So if I believe that all of reality is physical, that is the fundamental nature of reality is physical, and the fundamental nature of reality is the definition of metaphysics. That means that a metaphysical substrate, if I believe everything is physical, would still be physicalism.
Well, there's a problem. You don't believe everything is physical.
What? I'm a physicalist.
No, you don't.
Materialism. Materialism means I believe everything is material. That's literally what the word means.
That's the problem. When you said field, the fields aren't physical.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they literally are in every model of physics.
Fields,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No. Fields are not particles, and they are not matter.
Those particles
fact,
are
my dude.
matter. So it's energy.
The fields are not
yes,
matter, and they are not particles.
Oh my god.
So your whole worldview
Particles
is
are
not
matter.
material. The fields. I'm not talking about particles.
No. So like what you should have said is that fields aren't like matter or energy, I think, is what you were trying to go for. But yes, they are.
Fields are not matter. They are not particles.
Oh my
The
god.
whole worldview
Oh my god.
of being the universe.
So
being
are
physical,
particles a form of matter?
Fields.
No,
The fields. Which is fundamental.
Go back. Are particles a form of matter?
I don't care about particles.
This is not. You
particles,
said fields are not matter, and they're not particles. Are particles a form of matter?
Particles are conceptual.
What?
Yes. Do you know what a particle
is a proton conceptual?
No, it is not. But what I mean by that is not physical.
Are protons not physical?
The fields are not physical.
We're talking about protons here because you said
No,
fields are not
I'm
matter,
talking about,
fields are not
I'm talking,
particles.
I'm talking about the fund. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
that's
your
great. That's great.
fundamental.
We're going with what you said. The things that you said after that
Yeah.
part, you said they're not matter and they're not particles. So I said, are particles matter? And you said no. And I said, what? And you said they're abstract. And so what is a particle? Is a proton a
It's a
particle?
fluctuation of the field. It's a fluctuation
Is
of
a
the field.
proton a
Yeah,
particle?
fundamentally, what we call the particle is just the fluctuations of the field.
That's great. Is a proton a particle?
No, well, what I want to talk about is the
What do you mean?
field.
What do you mean?
Field,
No.
what is the
Hold up.
fundamental.
Do you not know what particles are?
You're talking about what we
Okay,
call the
so
particles
neutrons are particles, protons are particles,
yes,
electrons are particles. These are all particles. They're all physical things. None of them are abstract. It's a physical thing.
Electrons are not particles. But I
Waves
want to talk about your
are
fundamental,
particles.
the field. Yeah, look, forget about particles. What I want to talk about is your fundamental, the fields which come before the particles, and that is not physical.
An
They are not
electron is a
particles.
fundamental particle.
No, an electron is just a unit. Even the guy.
I'm
even the
literally
person who-
reading this off of a physics paper right now.
Yeah,
Note that
do you know
an
the-
electron is a fundamental particle.
The
It
person
is
who
not made out
discovered
of anything else, according to the
the
current.
person who did the person who discovered the electron said it was not a particle, and only said it was a particle after that's the only way he would get the Nobel Prize if he said it was a
An
particle.
electron is a tiny negatively charged
It's a
particle.
unit. No, it's in reality it's not a particle.
Oh my
the-
god, you're so dumb.
You do realize
So
the
dumb.
person who discovered the electron said it was not a particle. It's just a unit of electric conduction.
They literally said it was a particle. That's kind of the point of the person who
No.
invented it.
No, the person who discovered it said it was not a particle. It was only later he said it was a particle. Because he wanted to get the Nobel Prize and the money.
No,
But let's get back to the fields.
no.
Are
The person who
fields
discovered
physical?
the person who discovered the electron was J.J. Thomson, who lived in the 1800s. It said nothing
Yeah,
to
he
do.
said it.
No,
He said it was not a
No.
particle. It was not a. He did.
we're idiots. This is
Look it up.
irrelevant.
That is relevant because he understood it.
No. What?
No, because he understood it. Look, back then there was no such thing as general relativity.
Yes, because back then we didn't have as much knowledge as we have today. But this is literally irrelevant. You being an idiot isn't helping the conversation. So go back. An electron is a particle, literally, in every physics
The
textbook.
fields are not particles. The fields are not particles.
Clearly.
The fields are not physical.
They,
Yeah, so you agree?
my God.
You agree, right?
So there are
So your
physical
whole
things.
worldview is
No,
yeah, you're admitting that
no.
there's
Gotta mute, server
fundamental
mute
is
you,
not
server
physical.
mute you, server muted. So there are other kinds of physical things other than particles, like energy. That's a kind of physical thing that isn't a particle but is physical. And guess what? Quantum fields are also physical. Fields are physical things. They exist in vector spaces, space and time, for example. These are physical things. Every physicist thinks quantum fields are physical. If you are an idiot and don't know this, that's your problem. Yes, quantum fields are physical.
Quantum fields are not physical, and a bunch of the new age scientists are a bunch of freaking baloney. People like Browsers are freaking idiots.
You're a dumbass. Literally,
are you honest?
server muted. So most physicists are atheists. Most physicists are materialists. Most physicists, pretty much all of them, except quantum fields, because it's a fundamental thing with all the evidence. This must be physical, you dumbass.
No, they are not, because they are not particles and they are not matter.
Dumbass. There are more kinds of things that are physical other than particles and matter. Particles are a kind of matter.
No, I'm talking about the fields. Are the fields that which is the fundamental?
Dumbass.
Is that
There
physical?
are other physical things other than matter.
I don't care. I'm talking about the fundamental.
Dumbass. I'm literally answering your question. If there's other kinds of things that are physical other than matter, then if a thing isn't matter, it could still be physical. So, for example, there are other kinds of flowers other than roses. Therefore, if I'm holding something that isn't a rose, does that prove it's not a flower? No, because maybe it's a dandelion. That's another kind of flower. So, physical things come in different forms. There's matter is one form, fields is a different form, energy is a different form. So, like a rose, the fact that the field isn't a rose, or like it's not matter, doesn't mean it's not physical, because physical is bigger than matter. There's more kinds of physical things than just matter.
Yeah, I don't care what the pseudo intellectuals tell you.
What?
The fields are not matter and they are not physical. What comes
I
after
literally just addressed
as
this.
an effect of the field doesn't matter. What comes after the field doesn't matter. We're talking about the field themselves.
Are roses the only kind of flower?
Why do you think the fields are?
Stop.
Okay.
We got to go through this very slowly because your brain is so stupid. Are roses the only kind of flower?
I don't care about that. Look,
Answer the question. Are roses the only kind of flower? Hint,
okay,
dandelions.
okay, no, but how does that even?
Wait.
How
Are
does that
roses the
analogous?
only kind of flower? Yes or no?
No, but how is that
Yes,
analogous?
good. You got it. Answer correct.
How is
Great.
that analogous?
So, is matter the only kind of material?
Fields are not matter.
Stop. Are roses the only kind of flower?
So therefore,
No.
the
Wait,
so
go
therefore
back.
the
We're
field
not
is
doing
matter?
therefore. We got to go this really slowly because you're so stupid. Are roses the only kind of flower?
No.
Good. Is matter the only kind of physical stuff?
Yes.
No.
What other physical
Energy.
form
You
of matter?
idiot. Energy is
Energy?
another kind.
Wait, can you touch energy?
Yes, you can.
Wait, you can touch it? Okay, give me a cup
Yes.
of energy. I want to drink a cup of energy.
Energy converts to matter, so matter and energy are
Well, that's not energy. Well, that's energy is
that's
not matter.
if you're
It might
touching a
convert. It
cup,
might
it's
convert.
energy. Oh my god, you're an idiot. Every cup
Wait,
is made of energy.
you could. Well, energy is not matter. Yes.
E equals
Yes.
mc squared. What is the E and the M?
Energy. You're trying to give me
Energy
trying to give me the
equals
Einstein. Yeah, you're trying to give me the Einstein equation.
yeah. So the energy converts to what? Is it
Yeah,
matter?
yeah,
Matter is the matter.
yeah. I don't care if
So
it converts to matter, but it
holy shit.
itself is not matter.
Holy shit.
The fields, the fields can convert to something physical, quote unquote physical, doesn't mean they are physical.
Oh my god. So you think that it's a non-physical thing that converts to a physical thing,
It's not. The fields are not physical.
which
The
literally everyone in
after
physics disagrees with, but go ahead.
no, they agree the fluctuations convert to quote unquote physical, but the fields are not physical.
No one in physics thinks that.
That's why we call the particle the fluctuations.
Oh, you're just a dumbass.
Are the fields
Field.
physical?
So
Yes
we're
or
just
not?
let's go to like physics. In physics,
Okay,
a field
okay.
is a physical thing. Yeah, there you go. Done.
Okay.
A field is a physical quantity represented by a scalar, vector, or tensor that has a value for each point. It's a
You're only
physical
giving me
thing.
coordinate. No, you're only giving me.
I literally
coordinates,
just
you're not-
debunked you. So just reading off of any physics textbook literally says it's a physical thing. You're a dumbass. So your point has been disproven. You have been completely debunked. Yes, fields are physical things. You lose. What do you have an argument of some kind where you were trying to go with this field fact?
Again, you're not defining what
I
it
literally
is.
just
And
did. So server
pseudoscience.
muted. Again, in physics, a field is a physical quantity. Done. You're a dumbass. It's physical. You're a dumbass. So Now that you've been proven wrong on this topic, do you want to try a different argument?
A physical quantity. Okay, give me a cup of field. Can you
Server muted. So I've already debunked you on this topic. You need to move on to a different topic.
No, you didn't. Because it
Server muted. So again, you need to like bring up an argument or something. I've already addressed your question. I gave you the physics references that say this. I've completely annihilated your position here. I have a basis to conclude that yes, fields are the fundamental nature of reality. They exist. They have evidence. They create rocks. No God required. Your entire argument's been debunked. You need to like do something different.
No, you're just trying to run away from this.
Literally answered every one of the points you brought up.
Okay. No. It's the quote unquote quantum field. You cannot quantify the field. You can't quantify it.
That's literally what quantum mechanics does. That's the whole point.
No, you can't quantify it.
Idiots, what do you think the math is? Math is a quantification,
yeah,
you dumbass.
That's just a math. But you cannot quantify
Oh my fuck! What does the word quantification mean, dumbass? Dumbass. What does the mean quantification? What does the word quantification mean?
Yeah, that's just mathematics. Anybody can apply mathematics.
So quantum mechanics. What is quantum mechanics? Is that mathematics? Is quantum mechanics mathematics?
Can you give me a couple?
Stop talking. Is quantum mechanics mathematics?
Can you give me a cup of field?
Stop. Server muted. Is quantum mechanics a kind of mathematics? Yes or no?
Just because that is the field.
So it is. That is correct. It is, which means
but
it's stop. Server muted. So yes, quantum mechanics is a quantification of quantum fields. You can quantify it. That's literally what quantum mechanics does because it's mathematics.
No, you can.
Which part of that is incorrect?
The part where you can't quantify the field itself. Can you give me a cup of field? I want a gallon of field.
Yes.
Can you provide a gallon of field?
Yes, because a gallon is a kind of field.
It's physical, right?
Yes.
If it's physical, you should be able to fill a cup full of field.
Yes, you can.
And you
The cup
it's
is literally
because it's not.
Every cup is literally filled with a field. That's a part of a field. So every single cup is a cup of field. You idiot.
No.
Yes, literally every cup is a cup of field.
Wait, what the fuck, dude? Are you saying? Let me see. Are you saying the cup is the field?
Yes, and inside of the cup. So the cup is full of the field.
Is that your claim? The cup is the field.
And inside the cup is full of a field.
Oh, let me get my cup and touch this physical field that you're talking. Let me drink it all up. Am I drinking the field up?
I don't think you can affect the field because, well, I mean, you're an idiot, but you're
not
touching
physical.
it.
That's the point. I can't touch it. That's the point.
Idiots, you exist in it. You're touching it right now.
I may exist in it, but I'm
so I'm just going to server mute you, and we need to move on because you're just too stupid to understand this. Yes, fields are physical. Bring up an argument.
No, they are not.
Server muted. Next, bring up an argument.
What is your criteria for evidence?
Something that can differentiate imagination from reality.
Well, that's not very specific.
It's incredibly specific.
No, it's not. Because I can simply make a factual statement, and since all facts are derivative of God, that would fall within your criteria.
No, that doesn't differentiate imagination from reality. How does that differentiate imagination from reality?
Which reality is true, the God world or not God world?
How does that answer the question?
Well, you said.
How does you saying a fact differentiate imagination from reality?
Yeah, because I'm answering you within your criteria.
What? No. How does giving a fact answer the criteria? That's the question.
Again, repeat your criteria.
How do you differentiate imagination from reality? And you said saying a
Fact.
fact. How does
Yeah,
saying
right.
a fact differentiate imagination from reality?
Does do facts not differentiate imagination from reality?
No.
Okay, how about the truth? Does the truth differentiate?
No, the truth
Differentiate?
is a statement that is representing reality. So it doesn't differentiate anything. Like,
Okay, so the reality. Okay, so you want to get back to the fundamentals of fields and what the ultimate reality
no,
is?
I've already crushed your dumbass on that topic.
No,
I
you
want an
did.
argument,
The
evidence.
reality, the fundamental reality is not.
I server muted you. I've already destroyed you on the topic. You've lost. You've been completely embarrassed on the topic. Make a different argument or something.
Like you're just trying to run away from the.
Super muted. I've already debunked you on the topic. Make a different argument.
No, you didn't.
Server muted. Already debunked you on the topic. Move on.
You want to talk about reality, but that only leads back to what is the fundamental of reality.
Which
the
is
fundamental
fields.
reality. And the fields are not physical because
Which
they're
are
not
physical.
particles. No, they're
All
not.
right.
Because if you can't provide a field, then it's not physical.
Bye. All right. I win. Game over. I'm taking a nap.